Good evening and welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for May 13th to the 25th. Looking here at the PNA, and it's generally positive, goes briefly negative, but remains generally positive through day 14. And the NAO is also positive, goes negative briefly, goes negative towards the end, but it's positive at least for the next week or so. And that's going to have an impact on our weather, and I'll explain that. Okay, the Pacific's flow is forecast across North America and is expected to flatten the west central ridge and the eastern trough early next week. A low amplitude flow is forecast. Guidance indicated trough entering the west and a broad trough moving into the east. Much of the activity during this period is forecast across the northwest and northern Rockies. An upper low lifting out of northern Mexico will spread northeast ahead of the system. Temperatures will vary with warm conditions across the west and north central plains and cool in the east. Later in the period, the warmth in the plains is expected to spread into the east. And like I said, the PNA and the NAO is positive, and air masses from the plains on east will not hold, and a more back and forth pattern is expected. The west will remain warm until some changes begin after May 20th. Okay, now we're going to look at the pattern from May 16th to the 20th. The Assemble's forecasted low amplitude pattern for the nation. Latest Canadian and the European forecasted trough near the west coast with the weak ridge over the north central states. The latest European has a strong trough over the Intermountain West. The GFS has a zone of flow across the Intermountain West. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, below normal temperatures for this region. For precipitation, generally expecting below normal precipitation for this area. Now, I'm going to go deeper into the period. This is from May 21st to the 25th. The GFS and the Canadian and the European forecast a low amplitude pattern to continue. A weak trough is forecast over the northeast per the GFS and European. The European ensembles forecast a zone of flow. A split flow is forecast to the west with the ridge over western Canada. The Canadian and the European ensembles forecast a trough near the west coast. And the 06 GFS ensembles forecast a zone of flow. So during this forecast period, I'm forecasting above normal temperatures for the west and for northern New England, and below normal temperatures for this region. For precipitation, generally expecting below normal precipitation for this area here, near normal elsewhere. So that has been the long-range weather forecast discussion for May 13th to the 25th. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.